Well, good morning and happy Memorial Day. At least it is for me. I wanted to take a hopefully quick look around the garden, show you what has changed since the mid-May tour and now. So here we go. So the pink Hawaiian coral peony has just opened up. There's another bud coming, and it's such a fabulous plant. I planted this 2 years ago, so this is its third summer, and it isn't full of blooms, but oh, how spectacular the blooms are. So, and then we're going to head on. This is the bed I planted with coleus. It is my primrose bed, and the primrose flowers are now gone, pretty much, and they're creating new leaves for the next bloom. This peony was Shirley Temple peony, and it was glorious when it bloomed. I think that was in the mid-May video, but this spectacular pink, and I'm sorry I don't know the name of it, peony is the show right now. It's just stealing all of the blooms from everything except the purple iris, which I'll get to in a minute. Bought some pink bubblegum petunias, some cannas. I did a video on that, going to market video. And this pot is looking really lovely with its, well, not red, white, and blue, but red, white, and purple for Memorial Day. So let's go on to the triangle garden. So here we are in the triangle garden, and this I featured not too long ago, where I showed that the heucheras were catching up. The white one, the right side, is catching up with the left side. But look at these glorious iris. Just that gorgeous deep purple. I know the hostas are eye-catching, but oh my word, aren't these spectacular? And I'm not that good on names, so I'm sorry I can't give you the variety. This is the deep purple salvia that I put in recently, and yeah, this garden is doing really well. The marigolds I planted just recently are coming through, giving the brightness to this garden that I wanted. These peonies have been here for about 20 years, maybe more. Doing great. I have never divided them, but they seem to be doing really well. I do spray them with neem oil when the blooms are all done to kind of deter the fungus that is inherent in peonies. But look at this mallow. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm just so pleased with that. And then deep behind here, for some late summer interest, I planted some gladiolas, and they are coming up. So we will see blooms from them probably late July. So there you have this garden. The variegated willow is definitely showing some more variegations, and more of that salmon growth is coming out. You can't really call it a bloom. It's just sort of an extension of the leaves, only it turns salmon color as it comes out. It's really rather pretty. A lot of dancing in this with willows. They're so graceful. This one takes a lot of attention though to keep it at its desired size. So after the salmon shows, then I usually come in here and clip off a good foot, foot and a half to keep it in a contained size. So one of the biggest concerns I have right now is that we usually water from the lake, and our sprinkler system has a break in it, and the earliest somebody can come and help us with it is June 6th. So we're looking at a week of hand watering everything. And so these are my leeks, and they're doing well. And I watered them last night, but you can see how the ground is pretty, what do you want to say, pretty dry. But underneath it's wet. Love this nasturtium. I like the variegated leaves and the brightness of the bloom. And then right next to it is one of our tomato beds. And I went over this and showed each one that I'm growing, and they're all doing extremely well. I'm very, very pleased. You'll notice though that this is the traditional leaf of tomato, and this is the watermelon tomato, and it has such a different leaf. In the center I have bulb fennel, and that's doing well. The cucumbers are not doing so well. I have another batch started, but you'll notice we do have a little bloom here, so they are happy, and we'll head over to the next tomato bed. This is the second tomato bed that I planted. My goal this year is not to buy any tomatoes. I usually have to buy tomatoes to can, and I have over 15 varieties of tomatoes this year, and a good deal of them are like the San Marzano or the Roma type that is good for paste. So there's that, and I have just a couple more things to show you. The cherry tree is loaded with cherries, so this year we did not get a frost that hurt the blooms. They got well pollinated. There's still a few blooms on the tree, and lots of cherries. So in June we should be picking cherries. So nothing much is happening over here because no use planting it, and then I have to drag a wagon full of water over to water it. So that will probably be planted after we have the water fixed, which I'm hoping will be June 6th. So the clematis came up this year without any attention. I usually trim, but it is doing well. We've got lots of blooms on it, and I did assist it to climb up on this top rail of the fence. And it's going to be gorgeous when it's in full bloom. We'll see what, I sure can give you that. Probably in maybe 3 weeks, it'll be glorious in bloom. I have another one here, but it's competing with some kind of weed, and I will have to make sure that I take care of that. Then over here is the garden we started last year. It was hopefully my elderberry patch, but the groundhogs loved the elderberries, and so unfortunately those plants didn't make it. The goji berry is doing really well. I was surprised because the original stalk is dead, but the other one is doing really well. Black lace elderberry is doing great. And just the other day when I was at M.I. Gardner with my granddaughter Jessica, I bought 2 more elderberries, standard American elderberries, and they will go in this patch here. Along the fence line, we've also put some gladiolas, and we'll see how those turn out. And of course those fern, nothing can kill the fern. Our bags with potatoes in them are growing. I'm going to have to put more dirt in there, mound it up, but they are doing just beautifully. I'm very pleased with them. Well, the herb garden definitely needs work, and I wanted to show you that the sage is in bloom and the artemisia is in bloom. More comfrey. The daisies are coming in. Lemon balm. Lots more comfrey. And there's the horseradish in full bloom, doing great. And if you watched the video where we did the first harvest, I harvested those chives, and you can tell how fast those blooms came up after I harvested. And I will be making chive blossom vinegar from that. Just delightful. So one final area here, we want to look at the grapes, which are doing wonderful. We've got grapes. There may be some more grape making this year with my granddaughters. We'll see if they want to. I'll show you there. Very exciting. And I wish we could get more bounty out of this apple tree. As much as I've spent on it, there's still too much that needs to be removed for a good harvest. But it's a beautiful day today. Let us remember those who gave their lives so that we could enjoy this beautiful land of ours.